Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time we were doing the Pokathlon, and I was going to do a little bit more of that now, but I actually want to get moving on with the story of the game. There's a few other things too. We're making slight party changes. I know this might be sudden, but I've made some decisions that I want to change parts of my party over. Before we do that, we're actually in the game corner right now in Goldenrod, and the reason I'm here is for two reasons. One, something I did off screen. If you talk to this guy originally, he's like, you should play my game. Oh, you don't have a coin case. And then he gives you a coin case. So I do have the coin case. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you real quick the Voltorb Flip game. Now, I'm not, this game is a game of math and luck. I'm going to preface this by saying, one, I'm not a mathematician or magician. And two, I'm not good at gambling games. So I spent a lot of time actually farming to get some coins, because this is the only way in the remakes to get coins. There's no slot machines. You can't go to the game corner and buy coins. You can only play this game to get them. And it's the same in the Kanto region when we get there. You can only play this game. It's slightly annoying that this is the only thing you can do to get coins now. Because especially if you want the prizes, and I do, but that's what it is. So anyways, let's go ahead and play. Show me how you play and make my heart pound with excitement. Okay, Voltorb Flip level 1. So there's different levels. So this game is really, it's kind of challenging. Basically, just to explain what you see here is, as you can see, there's rows, and at the end of each row on the right and the bottom there's numbers. So you can get a number like it says on the left hand screen there, a ×1, a ×2, or a ×3. The goal of the game is to find all the ×2 and ×3s and not find any of the Voltorbs. So as you can see on the right there, you see there's a Voltorb and then a number beside it. That's how many Voltorb cards are in that row. And since it's 2 rows, there's 2 different chances to run into Voltorbs. The top number is the total multiplier that row has. So basically a good way to start is, okay, so see, we got lucky. We got a row that has 0. So this has 6 numbers and a 6 multiplier and 0. So I'm just going to do these cards first. So I got a 2 right off the bat. 1s don't really do much, but 2s and 3s are what you want. So there we go. This entire row is safe. Now, the hard part is finding out where the Voltorbs are. So let's see. Most of these rows have 1 or 2. So you have to try and figure out, and this is where the math comes in. And as you can see, I've got quite a few coins. I'm not going to lie, there is a calculator online for this that helps you out. And I'm not good at math, so if somebody out there says I'm cheating, you know what? The game didn't give me an option to get coins any other way, and I could have just used action replay if I wanted to. So I don't consider it cheating because the game is still completely luck-based, even though there is some math aspects to it. And the calculator only gets you so far. It's there's still like a 80% failure rate with it. So that's why I've got so many coins. Because I had a little bit of assistance. I don't see it any different than using an actual calculator in a classroom, but that's a whole debate for a whole nother time. So anyways, just to explain, I've got this entire row because there was 0 Voltorbs in it. Now I've got to try to find out what matches the rest of these numbers. So this row has 4, and we already know one of them's 2. But there's 2 Voltorbs. So I want to pick a row that has low Voltorbs. So let's start with this row. One of these cards is a Voltorb, and the rest are numbers that add up to 4. So the rest are probably 1s. Now, the other problem with that is we don't, if this row is only 1s, we don't really care about it. It's this row right here that has 5s and 6s and 5s. Again, this 4 row, not really going to be helpful to us because it probably doesn't have one of the high numbers. So let's try, for example, let's try this one. Oh, and I got a Voltorb, and I get 0 coins. If you get a Voltorb, the game's over, and you get 0 coins. So let's try one more of these, just to get going. As the levels go up, you earn more coins. Let's see here. Okay, so this row has 0. So this has all all freebies. Later on, you won't get rows like that. They'll have freebies. So these are all 1s. So we know the middle for each of these is good. And this one is all 1s as well, because it's a 0. So we get 0 Voltorbs. So now we've got to figure out where to go. So this row is 5, so we know this one's 1, but there's 2 Voltorbs. This one's 6, and we've got 1, so we know there's 5 more and a Voltorb here. So an easy way to do is sometimes picking like a middle. Okay, so now we've got 2 1s. So now there's only 4 possible numbers left. There's either 2 2s, a 1, and a 3. So what are those 2? So you gotta be careful. So this one here, but this is 8 across, so we've got 2, so we know there's possible 6. This is another 5. I'm gonna choose this one, so we found a 3. So now we know that 2 of these have to be Voltorbs, and one of them has to be a 1. So this row I don't want to guess anymore in, because I've pretty much done what I want. This row here is 6, and we've got 1, so there's 1 possible Voltorb and 5. This one here as well is 3, and it's got 2, so the other ones are 1s. So we have to determine which of these has to be the Voltorb for this row. So if there's 6, that's 1, 2, there has to be at least a 3. I think it's a 3 and a 2? No. There has to be at least a 3 and a 1, I think. Yeah, 3 and a 1 or 2 2s. And one of these has to be a Voltorb. Well, I'm going to assume that this is a Voltorb, so I'm going to try this one, and that's a 3. So there, we found the 3. So now, one of these is a 1, so we're done with this row, because we found all the big ones it could be. Now this row, 1 is a Voltorb, and the rest are high numbers. Same with this one. Now this one's a little safer, because we know that I have a feeling this is a Voltorb, and this is a Voltorb, because this can only have 1s. So, usually, I'm going to say this is a 2. Nope, it's a Voltorb. So let's see how off I was. See, it's all about luck and math. So, yeah. Oh, I was off on that one. Alright, we'll play one more game, and then we'll move on, because we've already spent, like, a good chunk of time here. So, a bunch more 0s, so I'm going to take this row. All 1s. Oh, hi, Furnace. And this row is all 0s too, so one of these has to be a 2, and that's the 1. So, okay, so this is a 2, and there's 1 Voltorb, so the rest of these have to be whatever. So, I want to stay in the rows that have 1 Voltorb. Let's see. I'm going to try this one, and it's a Voltorb. So, as you can see, I'm not very good at this game. I need a little bit of assistance with it. But this is the only way you can get coins, so I'm not going to waste everybody's time. I'm going to make our first party adjustment. Yes, I'm making party adjustments. So I'm going to talk to this guy. Welcome. You can exchange your coins for fabulous prizes. And you guys might have guessed it, I'm taking a Dratini. Alright. So I got a Dratini. Oh, I don't get to name it? What bullshit is that? Okay, whatever. Well, I've got a Dratini level 15. I want to get this now because I actually, in my practice file, I got a Dratini, but I decided way later to get it. The reason I want it is, 1, it's good to have a dragon type, and 2, it's a strong Pokemon. Some people might be a little upset that I took a Dratini because it's kind of a cop-out for some people, but I like Dratini. I want to get a chance to train it, actually train it, because by the time you get one in the original games, you're in like Celadon City, and you have to spend a ton of money to get it. Now I don't have to spend money, I just sort of got it. So you guys also made a notice that P-Ram's gone into my party. I have decided to replace him as well, and we're going to see with what here soon. So, but anyways, let's make our way around here. And see if we can find... Bill's place. Actually, we can't actually do that yet, because Bill's not around. We have to meet Bill first before we can do that. But what I will do is I'll go over here, and actually something that people want me to do is actually use some of my TMs. somebody, I'm terrible with names. I think it was Sarayev. I can't remember I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, man. So I should start using some of my TMs like Dig. Oh, excuse me. And I know exactly who I'm going to teach Dig to. I'm going to hold on to things like U-Turn, because I don't want to quite teach that yet. And Rock Tomb and stuff. But I am going to teach Dig to one of my Pokemon. And I know exactly who I'm going to teach it to. So, let's see here. I'm going to teach it to good old BlazBlue. Because we need somebody with a ground attack. Which is going to help me out later on, to be honest. So, let's get rid of Smokescreen. Oh, bye, Furnace. And then teach him Dig. Alright, and I'll just rearrange his moves. So I'll do that next. And I'm going to be buying a TM in here, so that's kind of why we're coming in here. Also, I probably got to pick up some stuff from that Mom sent me. So, okay. So, Dig is my most powerful move now, and I want to move it to the bottom. And I'm going to have Quick Attack up front. Tackle is a good move, but Quick Attack's actually stronger than Tackle. Huh. And it has more accuracy. Why do I have Tackle? But yeah, right now, BlazBlue's attack and special attack are pretty close, and I think they stay that way. So Dig is a good physical attack to have. So now I have Dig with him. So, anyways, what we're going to do here first is we're going to talk to the liveryman and get all the packages Mom got for us, like a Repel. That was nice of her to give us, because we actually might need that. Had no further packages. Okay, that's it. I guess Mom didn't have a ton of stuff for us. So, let's go upstairs, and let's go get a TM. Actually, there's another TM we can get, because it's Sunday. For those of you who know what's going on with that, there is a Sunday. There's a Sunday. Yes. Oh, man, Sunday sounds so good right now. Anyways, every Sunday, there is a Pokemon person here, and you get a TM. Hello. Oh, your Pokemon. It's very attached to you. This move would be perfect for a pair like you. TM 27. Now, I recently learned that in the original Gold and Silver, you could use the TMs that you get from this lady to get a Celebi in the game. Like, there was a glitch or something that you could use. Kind of like the Mew glitch in the original games. So, anyways, now I'm going to go down here and buy a TM, and I don't have a ton of money, so I'm only going to be able to buy one. As you can see, there's some pretty good TMs here. Like, I will probably come back and get Solar Beam at some point, but the one I want to buy actually here is TM 14, which is Blizzard. And just to have a strong ice attack, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to teach that to the new addition to our team, whose name I can't pick. I think there's a name. Actually, there's a name writer here, so I can pick a name for it. I can teach it to Transfavi as well, but Transfavi is going to be my my HM whore. So, all right. So I'm going to teach Blizzard. Now, a lot of people might be saying you should teach Ice Beam because it's a lot more likely to hit. That's true, but you have to get that in the game corner. So for the time being, I'm going to use Blizzard, and I taught Ice Beam in my practice file. And while it hit a lot, it didn't do that much damage with Dratini. So I'm like, if I'm going to give him a special attack, an ice attack, I want it to be a strong one. So I'm going to get rid of Leer. Why this thing had Leer of all attacks. But I'm going to teach it Blizzard, just so it has a strong special attack to use. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and look at its moves. And again, I'm sorry if anybody was upset that I've changed my team around a bit, but I just need to give this team a little bit more to work with. And I think I have some PP ups, actually. Do I? By the way, if you hear some sound going on, my dad just got his knee replaced, and he has to use a walker to walk for a little bit, so sorry about that if you hear that. I told him not to worry about it, so... that's male. What's this? Accuracy. No, I don't have PP up. Oh, okay. Because the reason I said that is because you only get 5 you only get 5 blizzards, but I mean, over time we'll increase that. Let's go back to floor 1. And wow, this part is pretty much over, and I didn't really do anything. But that will change. I will be doing something soon. So, but yeah, we'll, I guess I'll end this part by leaving Goldenrod City and, or leaving the Goldenrod, shopping mall, I mean. And next time on Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver, we're going to continue on with the game. We'll see you guys then.